Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters for the overview of Marley and Shaymin, Palentine's character. Okay, I really do like the look of this character and the kit and whatnot. This character looks pretty fun, honestly. Is she great? Honestly, I mean, I would say yes. Immediately thinking, like, this character is able to do good damage and, you know, good utility. The circle synergy with Datamine is one thing that I really think is probably very appreciated. Her sprint support combo, of course, you know, makes her a pretty good asset on a lot of teams naturally. I mean, good reason to use her sync move. And then, you know, could chain that into, like, Datamine, where he's got Sinnoh, but obviously he's grass as well. They've got, like, actual type synergy that they can work with, like, Marley directly benefits from Datamine's rebuff. I mean, that's just one combination I can immediately think of that looks really good. Also, the sync ramping with those characters is quite good as well. Obviously, they're, you know, Datamine's tech sprint, Marley is sprint support. There's some, you know, good cohesion there. In terms of wanting to run her with, like, other grass characters, I mean, she works under Milo, I guess. Milo is a character of all time. Let's just say that, I guess. Sure. Mix Red, she works pretty well under. They're both special attackers, so they have that cohesion. I mean, Mix Her can set grassy terrain relatively consistently, not like it's not like that great, but still, I mean, it's probably gonna be good enough, especially considering how much damage they can put out. Whatever. Let's just take a look at their kit overall in general, I guess. Sprint support, as we said, is the roll combo. They're grass weak to fire. Drop January 31st here, leave February 18th. 2.5 weeks to pull for them, pretty much. That's pretty average. Obviously, whatever. I guess they leave when the Master Fairs debut, or like when do Juliana and Florian debut? I think Juliana debuts like a day earlier, maybe? No, they released the 19th. Okay, so actually, yeah, they do. Oh, they both released the same day. Okay, cool. Either way, okay, so the reset that they leave, or that she leaves, will be when the Master Fairs drop. So you can't have the Pixie Choosies, sadly, which is whatever, I guess. Theme skills here, Sizzle Up K, Battle Partner, nice. Stat-wise, she's got pretty solid stats. I just prefer to look at them in here, though. Like, level 156 REX, she's got 450 special attack, that's really good. 793 HP solid, 215 bulk stats is solid, 409 speed's good. Like, these are overall good stats. The offense is what you're really looking for. Support doesn't boost that directly, but it does buff her defenses, which has its own good usability, especially considering she's also got the defensive circle, giving her some solid defensive prowess. Obviously not a hit-taking character, but one that isn't going to fold under pressure like a lot of, you know, potential frail strikers or any other type of character that, you know, might fit that description. So, you know, she's definitely got sustainability on her, which is obviously going to be nice and helpful. In terms of moves, she's got Seed Flare and Buddy Seed Flare, which Seed Flare is obviously a 4-gauge move here, 40% chance to do a special defense by 2. This is made better by Honor Roll 2. This gives her a guaranteed -2 special defense every time she uses Seed Flare. That's obviously good. That's obviously strong, so she's going to be having good debuff potential there, damage enhancement every time she uses Seed Flare, which is obviously, again, really good. Her Buddy Seed Flare here is a 2-gauge move, 250 minimum power, hits all enemies. It's activated whenever the team's sync countdown is reduced by 3 while it is deactivated when used. It's got guaranteed crits, it lowers enemy special defense by 2, and the power of the move is not lowered if there are multiple targets, and increases allies' special moves next by 1. This is really, really solid. This is actually one of the better Buddy moves in my opinion, because it's got the same similar power as, like, for example, Ray's Buddy move, or Champion Silver's Buddy move. Obviously, these strong Buddy moves, but instead of being activated once per sync cycle, it is activated in a similar vein to, like, what is it? Is it Champion Beat, I think, who's got it pretty much every turn, where obviously your sync countdown's being reduced, so you can use it for the most part every other turn, give or take, but it's mostly going to be probably every 2 turns because of how sync countdown works and how the move is deactivated when used, and this only works whenever sync countdown, like whenever the move's deactivated, you know, whatever it is, right? So I mean, that's obviously good. It's a good Buddy move. You can use it a little bit more often than these other strong ones, and it's like slightly less power, but it's got good effects. Again, that special moves next buff is good for like the Seed Flare. It's good for like your team's special damage, you know, buffing again potential allies of like Mix Red if you do have to run him, or if we want to just look at like some general, like, I guess, grass enhancers, Greta would not really benefit. I mean, you really want a special grass type ally that's going to potentially benefit from that. She can make good use of like Champion Leaf here, Champion Signature Leaf here as a partner, her grass rebuff especially. immediately. Like, this is very helpful if you have her Super Awaken. Of course, that's a prerequisite, which is annoying, of course. Other special, like, characters that can benefit off of this would be, like, obviously Brendan here, with his Leaf Storm. Mixed-Red, again, biggest benefiter. The new Erica is another massive one. I mean, they have pretty good synergy with each other. So, I mean, the special moves next is a pretty nice buff, for sure. And again, her special enhancement, pretty solid. Also, Costume Rosa, you know, if you want Shaymin synergy, there it is. Double seasonal Shaymin, pretty funny. Yeah, anyway, so again, good Sinnoh damage dealer, grass damage dealer. I think really that it's less that you want to focus much on her being special and more that you just want to put her with Datamine. Datamin's such a good partner for her. It's actually insane. Anyway, Sinnoh analysis, I mean, that's why he's such a good partner. You get that extra Sinnoh synergy there, the 30% power buff maximum, like 11% damage reduction again with Datamine on the team. Otherwise, you know, maximum 40% more Sinnoh, 14% damage reduction. Sure, it's pretty good, right? Obviously, you get the physical and special moves next. Defensive circle's good, right? It's nice. And then Thanks. Applies gauge acceleration, raises speed of all allies by 4 and evasion by 2. Pretty good trainer move. The gauge management is extremely nice. That evasion buffing can be quite nice as well, depending on what you're fighting. I do like that usage, of course, obviously, in the damage challenge. So she's going to be a good option for grass types. I mean, just probably a good support option in general. Or probably, honestly, just, again, a good option in general, where she's able to apply the speed and evasion for the gauge for your, you know, Sing Spammer or whatever, you know, if that's the strategy at play. And then the circle, being able to apply it, basically omni buffs to whatever, any character you want. That's, again, really good. Passive skills, reducing sync countdown by 3 the first time she applies this special Sinnoh circle, and raises her special attack by 4 the first time it's applied to the ally field of play. This has got some mixed, I guess, it's a mixed bag of effects, I guess. Setting the circle is obviously good. The fact that you do that and get sync countdown, that's fine, that's decent tie-in, you know, whatever, right? I mean, it's there. I'm more concerned with the fact that her way of buffing her own special attack is locked to setting the circle, because you can obviously want to potentially preserve that circle until later in the fight, right? You may want to use that later on, not really so early on where she wants to get her special attack. I think that could be an issue. Though at the same time, you could, again, bring a special support, and that could obviously fix that entire problem. It really depends, like, if you want her to be fully self-sufficient, if you don't care that you use up the Sinnoh circle potentially early on, at least one use of it, right? Yeah, again, depends really how you are playing, what your team is, what you're fighting. It always is going to depend. And maybe using that circle early on can help against potential strong enemy moves that they may use early on in the fight. Like, I guess Annabelle's Eruption's a decent example, though she's weak to fire, but plenty of stages start out with a strong opening, either single attack or AoE attack or something like that. So using Sinnoh Circle Frame 1 can help, you know, alleviate that. Just add one effect out of, you know, many you can think of. Anyway, Blossoming Talent, raising her accuracy and crit by 1 when her move is successful, and charges gauge by 2 when her move is successful. Great gauge, right? No matter what you use, you're going to be getting 2 gauge back. Accuracy buffs make it so your move will not miss. That's great against these evasion buffing bosses and accuracy debuffing bosses we've been getting. Was it Dana and Morgan? They've got that effect. Obviously, Latias's Legendary Arena's got that evasion buffing, so helping, you know, mitigate that. The also, of course, helps with the naturally lower accuracy of Seed Flare, 85 accuracy. Gotta love it, right? And that gauge management as well. Free gauge pretty much for using Seed Flare, the Buddy Seed Flare, and then 2 gauge basically for using regular Seed Flare. I mean, again, good gauge managing abilities. And then again, Honor Roll 2 for those guaranteed special defense debuffs on Seed Flare. So, overall, good utility. I think her damage is, like, not that crazy at 1 out of 5. I mean, it just isn't. She doesn't really have any multipliers at play, but she does have, again, these mixed effects in her Buddy move here, which, again, you can use every about 2 to 3 turns, you know, depending on how you're, you know, setting up your moves, I guess. Which is solid. And again, her having that sync countdown as well is obviously really good, and potential allies having sync countdown, that's very, very helpful for getting this move activated, like, you know, in the snap of a finger extremely quickly. And the effects it has here are just, again, good utility. The debuffs, the special moves next, and AoE damage, of course, really good. Nice stuff. That circle is obviously really good utility, but outside of that, not too much. I do think it's obviously probably going to be a character you're going to want to actually invest in. She's got any multiplier here, by the way, of Brain Power. Don't like it when they give these characters like Brain Power or Haymaker, but they only buff their offense by 4. That's just not really the best design in my opinion, but it's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. I think it would have been a little bit better if this was like when the Sinnoh Circles applied to the... Yeah, when the Sinnoh Circles applied to the outfield play, that'd be fine. I think that would have been a decent NA multiplier, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So, let's look at her in the grid. I mean, 1 out of 5 grid, pretty much nothing but power. 2 out of 5, she gets Circle HP Recovery, Circle Gauge Up, Circle Status Immunity, Seed Flare Gauge Refresh 2, Sharp Entry 1, Train of NPR, Train to Move Team Super Effective Next, and Special Attack up by 20. Okay. HP recovery in circles good for the gauntlet, and just, I mean, tick healing is pretty nice for just recovery anyway. Status immunity is pretty good, again, mostly for the gauntlet, though there are other good use cases for this. There's a lot of stages that like to do AoE friggin' burns or paralysis or poisons, whatever. It can be annoying, so mitigation against that's nice. Gauge management abilities are probably... I honestly think these are only going to be super useful for her in the gauntlet. I don't think it's going to be that much. I don't think it's going to be that helpful elsewhere. I think the circle of gauge is going to be nice, I guess, like in the damage challenge. I can see solid usage there. You know, if you're spamming moves, the more gauge you have, just the better. Gauge refresh 2, not really so much. Train with NPR, I think this is one of her better tiles that she gains at this level. Maxing speed, more appliance of gauge acceleration. Buffing evasion is a massive one. If you can manage to get 2 nodes of NPR here, you can get yourself that +6 evasion. That could be really good for the damage challenge, really good for the legendary gauntlet, really solid for the high score event. Less useful in ultimate battles, but still, evasion is legitimately good tech to have. You know, RNG and all that included. It's obviously right. I mean, it's RNG to get the NPR, RNG to actually dodge the attacks. That can be annoying, but it does enable clears, and that is pretty good, even given the rate, of success, depending on what you're fighting, however it goes. Train and move team super effective next 9. Again, another great damage challenge node, or whatever. If you're even just facing a grass enemy, it's still going to be good. But super effective next is best made use of now in the damage challenge. Yeah, that's a great tile to have. Again, just further reinforcing she's got good tools, kind of, I guess, kind of like a champion Bianca character, I guess you could say, like a more budget champion Bianca for the damage challenge, where she's got that defensive circle, the evasion buffs, and now also got that super effective next to buff allied damage. And also, again, she can debuff the special defense here of enemies, where that might be useful for enhancing whatever damage you're trying to do. So she does have those effects as well. Again, pretty solid damage challenge character. I think that's really what these tiles are kind of enforcing, that extra good damage challenge prowess with some throwing in usage of good gauntlet and high score event stuff with mostly that evasion and evasion buffing. Sharp entry 1, not really that useful. 1 turn extra to buff crit, who cares? Unless you want to use like her sync first and you want her to have like the effects of it up and whatnot. I mean, I think maybe then, sure, but like I don't think it I don't really think it matters that much. I just don't. And the special attack +20, that could be good for increasing damage. Mostly just kind of a whatever tile, but still, it's there. It could be potentially helpful if you just wanted that extra power. I don't think her 2 out of 5, all things considered, is that great, but it does give some good tech in the damage challenge and legendary gauntlets specifically. High score event, whenever we get a grass one, could see some good usage there too. Not really too much though to increase her damage or immensely increase her tech, right? I think obviously 3 out of 5 is gonna be helpful. You get yourself these abilities. Circle Extension 3, Sinnoh Circle, Sync moves up, Brain Teaser on Seed Flare, Discombobulate on Seed Flare, Furious Brain, Grand Entry 2, Smarty Pants, and Team Sync Move, first Sync Move, Team Special Move, Special Boost 1. And the Sync nodes, of course, as well. Okay, these tiles are amazing. Circle Extension, great to have, right? I mean, she sets the circle 3 times. Okay, I get it. She sets the circle 3 times. That's good, right? Obviously. Actually, wait, no, she only sets it twice. Never mind, I'm stupid. Okay, she only sets the circle twice. Okay, never mind, I'm not stupid. I want her to have 3 sets of circle. Extension's great. I love extension, but even characters who have extension have set the circle more than 2 times. Come on. Come on, she really would have benefited from the circle being activated 3 times. That would have been nice. I just think that would have been better for her, but still, having that extension just means you can actually make good usage of that circle, despite the fact that, you don't really, you only have 2 uses. Whatever. It mitigates that problem. A little, not completely. Sinnoh Circle, Team Special moves, or Sync moves up 2. You give yourself 20% extra Sync damage on top of the damage to the Sync move that's going to be increased with the Sinnoh Analysis Circle here. That's good. Wait. Oh, this is not the defensive circle. I'm an idiot. Okay. People are going to be commenting that, like, the moment that I pointed it out whenever her... I can't read. Whatever, it's fine. Special circle is better for her anyway. God, I'm mad. Okay. I don't want to redo this video. I'm not redoing this video. I'm taking the L on this one. It's fine. Special Circle. Okay. It's the special Sinnoh Circle. Obviously, you're getting the special sync damage increase, extra 20% on top of that. That's giving like a minimum of 40%, and on top of, maximum of up to 60%, given what the circle already applies. That's nice, right? That's nice. God damn it. That cohesion with Datamine did not go out the window, but man, a lot less. Damn it. Damn it. All right, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Sync nodes. Brain teaser on Seed Flare. I'm taking so many L's this video. It's actually crazy. Whatever. Brain teaser, Furious Brain. Seed Flare only has brain teaser. Well, brain teaser is only on Seed Flare. Let's make that special. let's make that point. But this is obviously that this plus Furious Brain, 60% extra multipliers for Seed Flare. That's going to be very helpful. It's a 203 power move. It's nice. It's got special defense debuffs for damage enhancement. Circle to have extra enhancement anyway. That's good, right? Also, Furious Brain, that's used on the Buddy move as well as regular Seed Flare, so this has got an actual multiplier now, similar to that of Ray with Insult to Injury, similar-ish effect there, similar power buff, and she's obviously going to be still really strong. The move's already quite strong and quite useful. This just, further sells that. Seed Flare, Discombobulate, 9 debuffing accuracy, combine that with the evasion buffing, and she's actually, again, this just increases her damage challenge tech, high score event tech, and legendary gauntlet tech a ton. I mean, those 3 game modes she's going to be quite good in, for whatever you're facing. This is nice. This is very nice stuff to have. We do like those accuracy debuffs. Those are obviously very helpful, again. And legendary gauntlet, combine accuracy debuffs with tick healing. Very, very good stuff. Obviously, got to work around there only being 2 uses of the circle, but still, whatever. Buffing evasion, debuffing accuracy, super nice combination. Love it. Grandeur 2 exists. It's really if you just cannot max her special attack and you want to have maximized brain power, but other than that, it doesn't really matter too much. Smarty Pants, easy to activate multiplier. This gives her the full 100% pretty much, because it's so easy for her to debuff special defense. It's actually insane. And then combine that with, again, innate brain power here, 200% total multipliers. Doesn't have the tech sync, which does hurt her damage quite a bit, but I mean it's still definitely passable at the very least. And her effects to use her sync move are already good, like sprint support. You're getting -3 sync countdown. You're getting support EX. That's helpful, right? So you do want to obviously use her sync move anyway. Getting some good damage from it is obviously going to be the best thing to get. And then this tile exists. Again, honestly, this is just a damage challenge tile. I don't think this has really any usage outside of that. I don't think this tile is really that insane. It's only her first sync move, and it's only +1 special moves next. I guess it's for all allies as well, and I mean that could be helpful. But again, I just don't think it's that. I don't think it's that great otherwise. But just more good support for the damage challenge. +1 special moves next can increase the damage of that final attack or whatever that your allies do against the enemy. Whatever it is. So sure, it exists there. Obviously her best abilities, circle extension, the sync power up for the team on that on the circle, which also this is a 20% unconditional buff. This is not just for special attacks like Sinnoh Analysis is in base. This can actually apply that buff to Datamine. So their cohesion kind of went up. That's nice. Right? Synergy's nice. Okay. Whatever. Either way, I think she's got a pretty good grid. I mean, the sync nuke increase, the very solid damage increase, the extra utility with the accuracy debuffs, the big part of the extension on the circle, and the sync power up, just for double dipping in terms of special sync damage for your Sinnoh allies. Well, all allies, just more Sinnoh the better it is, or whoever it is, and then again actual damage, actual nuke, whatever. So overall, really solid stuff. I mean, I think she's a very solid character. I'm not really sure how she would pair up in a team combination with, let's say, the best characters you can run her with are Datamine or Mixed Red. I don't know, and I honestly don't really think she's going to be better than those two as a combination with each other. Datamine plus Red, and then support potentially probably Sega City Sorolla. Her tanking ability is now not bad. It's definitely not bad, but it definitely not really anywhere as good as it used to be, but still I mean, good in Legendary Gauntlet, not really good against a lot of the super hard-hitting enemies nowadays, but still, not really the point. If you want to use those three as, like, your main grass team, I don't think there's much reason to change that. More so that Marley exists as a great option to either enhance one of those two characters if you don't happen to have the other, or maybe you have lower investment on one of them or something like that. Like, you've got a 3 out of 5 mixed red, but a 1 out of 5 Datamine, you can get good usage of a duped-out Marley with red. You're probably going to want to candy Datamine, let's just be honest, but again, just hypothetical. And in the inverse, you might get more usage out of a duped Marley with invested Datamine than with an uninvested mixed red or something. Again, something similar to that effect. But yeah, still, overall, in my opinion, just a good character. Really shot myself in the foot there with, for some reason, I don't know why I thought this was the defensive circle. I know it's Solidarity that's the defensive circle. Did I say Solidarity earlier? I don't think I did, so my brain just fucking dumb. That's just how it is. Whatever, it's okay. Special Circle obviously helps her damage more anyway, so that's kind of, it's not that these circles are there for increasing the character damage. I mean, look at Volo. Though technically, but whatever, it's not really the point. It's that you want to buff your allies, and any special ally you're going to be running with her is going to be benefiting a lot. I think she will benefit a lot from from a grassy terrain setter that is a special attacker simultaneously. I think she'll benefit from a character that can really do that, or just a more modernized, good grassy terrain setter, which, again, Israel's not bad at it, definitely not, but she's, one, more physical leaning, and two, just not as bulky as she used to be. I mean, in terms of the team where you're potentially running her with Marley, right? That's just kind of how it is. Maybe I'm wrong, though. You could say I'm wrong. Also, I can't really fault her bulk that much, given the fact that you might have her super awakened, where her bulk is really considerably quite good. I mean, the special damage reduction is nice, but all that stuff, whatever, it doesn't really matter too much. I guess I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. That's my thoughts on Marley and Shaymin. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace.